Welcome to the first Stylight Fashion Blogger Conference here in Berlin at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. I hope you're all comfortably seated. I hope you have all found a really nice spot where you can see, where you can hear very well. So let's get this started. I want to introduce you to the man that got us here all together. He is the man that can explain why we're all gathered here. He is the CEO and the co-founder of Stylight. Please welcome Benjamin Günther. So, Benjamin, before we start the conference itself, I have two questions for you. Why does or did Stylight decide to host an event like this?
Yeah, actually, we hosted the Stylight Fashion Blogger Awards in January this year. And this was more or less the biggest fashion blogger award worldwide, and the only one in cooperation with Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week.
Congratulations.
And, thanks. And after the event, we got approached by so many brands and online shops worldwide that wanted to know more about fashion blogger and how to cooperate with them and what kind of collaboration suits best with them. And this is why we decided to start this conference to, first of all, share the experience that we made with the Stylight Influencer Agency, but also to build a platform for everybody here in the audience so that everybody here can discuss about digital branding. And we have brands here, we have influencers here, and also media people. And we think it's a perfect gathering for everybody to learn more about this topic of digital branding.
Talking about perfect gathering, why did you choose Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week as the perfect occasion, as you've just pointed out, for the Stylight Fashion Blogger Conference?
Actually, we really like how many people come to Berlin to meet up, and due to the bread and butter and the Fashion Week itself. And I think today was a good proof for that. So even storm and lightning couldn't hinder these people to come here. So thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy it.
All right, so thank you, Benjamin. Having said that, I feel the need I should introduce myself maybe, because I'll be your host for tonight. You'll be seeing a little bit of me here on stage. My name is Hadnet Tesfai. I'm your presenter tonight, and I want to give you a brief overview of what's going to happen in the next hour or so, just so you know what's going to happen. So we're going to have 4 different talks of 4 different, actually 5 individuals that are all related to the issue. After that, you'll be able to first watch them engage with each other in a panel discussion, and then we'll give you the chance to ask your questions. So if you have 1 or 2 questions that pop up in your head, please write them down, try to memorize them. You'll get the chance to ask those questions in the end, that is. And now let me introduce you to the speakers that you are going to hear tonight. We have Daniel Fürk. He is the communication and marketing expert, also author and founder of the blog Social Secrets. Then we have Jakob Haupt, who is the co-founder and editor of Dandy Diary. And we have Alejandra Pereira and Maria Cordero. I hope I said that right. I practiced all afternoon. I did okay, right? I did okay, thank you. The founder and the manager of Lovely Pepa. And we're going to kick the festivities off with Marianne Krei, who is the VP of Stylight Influencer Agency, and she is sitting right there. So I give it away. Marianne.
Hello everyone, and also warm welcome from my side to the first edition of the Stylight Fashion Blogger Conference. I'm happy that you all made it here today, also through the terrible weather that I was also involved in, unfortunately. I would like to start with quickly introducing myself so that you know who is actually talking to you. As I was already introduced as Vice President of Influencer Marketing at Stylight, and together with my team of 10 local managers, I manage all blogger relations and influencer-related campaigns for Stylight. I also represent our Stylight Influencer Agency, which focuses on creating influencer-driven campaigns for brands. We do that actually worldwide. So currently we're active in 14 countries, and we work together with over 100 influencers in those countries. Each of my local managers is responsible for 10 to 15 of the top-notch influencers all over the world. Some of them include the Blonde Salad from Italy, also Kacher from Switzerland, for example, and Lovely Peppa, who's also going to speak here today. Of course, we also operate in Germany, and we also have some local German stars in our portfolio, like Marsha Sedgwick, for example, from Berlin. In addition to that, we have also a talent pool. In this talent pool are influencers that are very good, that have already a good reach, but haven't reached the top of the iceberg yet. We support them in actually growing and, actually improving themselves and their blog. This big range of influencer possibilities that we offer is also what attracts brands to work with us. So because we have so many possibilities, both in range and reach of bloggers, but also where they're actually coming from, and more important, where their reach and visitors are coming from, they actually know that we can make better decisions on which blogger is suitable for which campaign. Brands that we've been working with include some of the biggest fashion brands, like Mavi, Steve Madden, ASOS, but also beauty brands, Maybelline, Douglas, but actually all the brands come from all areas. So you could also think about automotive brands, beverages that also are interested in using influencers or fashion influencers for their campaigns. What do we actually do with those bloggers, or actually what do we offer our brands? So first of all, we create creative campaigns. So with creative campaigns, I mean everything that you can basically do on the web. So editorial, product placement, product development, etc. We also work with bloggers on ambassadorships. So sometimes a brand is looking for a new face for a certain collection, or a new face for their store opening, or just a blogger that represents the brand worldwide. We help them in finding this blogger that fits the brand perfectly. Something else that we do that is actually a bit broader is event organization. So we help brands also to create a pop-up store event and find the right influencers that attend this event or are part of this event. Some of you that are maybe new in the business might wonder, what is all the fuss about? So aren't bloggers those little hobby journalists that are sitting alone in their room, writing their blog, just some texts? No, it was like that actually a few years ago. So bloggers have been there already for over 10 years. But it's only since the last couple of years that they've become on the radar of brands worldwide. So the time frame between a brand, or the time frame actually between an influencer being totally irrelevant to a brand and bloggers asking over 1,000 euros or even over 10,000 euros for a cooperation is very short. So this makes brands also sometimes a bit insecure in if they should work with bloggers, and if so, how they should work with bloggers and what should be the right approach. I'm going to try to give you some answers. I think I have to start speaking a bit louder in order to make myself understandable because of the rain. Just raise your hand if you still understand me. Okay, even the people in the last row do, so that's great. So yeah, the thing is that some brands feel sometimes a bit insecure about how they should approach influencers and what could be actually the best way to set up a campaign. We help them to define that strategy, and to give you a bit of an idea of what this strategy is, I would like to tell you how we at Stylight organize our influencer marketing campaigns. So the first step is always the selection of talent. So you could see Stylight as your matchmaker. So once we know what the brand wants, what the campaign is about, what the goal actually of the brand is, we're going to search for an influencer that fits this brand perfectly and fits also the campaign. So we do that both on facts and on our own experience, on our knowledge of the blogger. Facts is quite easy to explain. So we have tools to measure the reach of the blogger, the engagement of their users, where are they coming from, and other demographics. Experience is, of course, a bit more difficult to explain. Basically, it is coming from our years of experience with the bloggers and the relationship that we've built up with them. So due to the fact that we've worked with them for longer, we know what they like, we know where their blog is heading, and we know what is important to them. So when we match an influencer to a brand, there's a very big chance, I can honestly say there's a chance of 90% that the blogger is going to like what we offer her. We would never offer something where we think, okay, this might not be so cool for her, but let's hope she says yes. So that's also why the bloggers take our offer serious, and why we can successfully match bloggers to brands for such campaigns. You could see us as your wingman. So we introduce you to the right lady that is becoming your fiancé, and you can just skip the awkward dating. The second step in the strategy is that we then are going to think about a creative campaign. So one thing that we always keep in mind is that we don't want to do what everybody else does, or everybody actually has already done. So we really believe in the fact that influencer campaigns should surprise both the blogger and should surprise also her readers. So buying an Instagram post or buying a blog post just once out of the blue is not going to get you any closer to your target audience. It's like throwing money at the wall. You get to be seen, but you're also forgotten tomorrow. That's why we also think about long-term campaigns that are also integrated in the long-term marketing strategy of the brand, so that the audience can eventually actually connect all the dots and know why the blogger is actually posting something about this brand. The third step in the strategy takes a bit longer. This is the execution from A to Z. So when we are responsible for a campaign, we take care of the complete execution. So this starts, of course, with the organizational and operational setup. So booking the flights, booking hotels for bloggers, organizing the decoration for the event or for the store opening. But we also handle all communication with the bloggers. So we answer their requests, their questions, give them all the information they need. What we also do is to actually work together with the blogger. So we don't tell the blogger what she has to write. It is her blog. So she knows best how to reach her audience and how to actually make this campaign understandable to her audience. However, we don't give up total control. So we still believe that as soon as you see a blogger as a business partner, you can also treat her that way. That means in an honest and open way. So we also communicate the expected outcome of the campaign to the blogger. At the end of the campaign, we always provide brands with a recap. Just like our own campaigns, we review if the campaign was successful for us. So at the beginning of a campaign, we set certain KPIs, and at the end, we review if the KPIs were met and to what extent, so that we know for the future if we want to work with this influencer again, if we want to do a campaign that is built up the same way, or if we might need to make changes into our approach. I would like to give you 2 examples of what I see as successful blogger marketing campaigns. First of all, I would like to start with the Fashion Blogger Awards. Benny already introduced it. We held last year a Fashion Blogger Award show also here at the Fashion Week tent. And yeah, it was a night dedicated to bloggers where we gave away awards to them. It was a night of firsts, I can say. So it was the first time that an award show was hosted on such a broad European level instead of on a national level. It was also the first time that super blogger The Blonde Salad was hosting the event and giving away the awards to her fellow bloggers instead of being nominated herself. It was also the first time that an event of this size was organized. So in total, we nominated 40 bloggers from over 10 countries in 4 different categories. and 750 guests were attending the runway. Just as the size of the event, the outcome was also huge for us. So only the bloggers reached over 12.5 million people with their Instagram posts, their blog posts, their Facebook posts. We could instantly see this in our own organic reach. So during one night, for example, we doubled our amount of Instagram followers due to the social buzz that was created through this event. Also, the fact that we hosted the event on the backdrop of the Fashion Week, plus the fact that we invited so many international stars and celebrities, there were a lot of international press representatives there. The press reach counted up to 26 million, and that is only for Germany. Internationally, it was actually much more. It helped us a lot that we had nominees and winners from different countries, so that's also why the press reach was international. So we had, for example, features in the InStyle, in Glamour, in France, in the Vogue as well. Here you see the nominees, 4 from different countries. What was actually one of the most positive things about the event was that we got such positive feedback from the bloggers as well. So, of course, we set up also this event for our own reach. But also the bloggers gave us very good feedback on what the event did for them. So Negin Misalehi, one of the winners, was, for example, the next day on the news in the Netherlands. Chiara Ferrani got also interviews in the Grazia and in the InStyle. So the pretty thing about it is that it was a night dedicated to bloggers, but it actually brought them something as well. The second campaign that I would like to introduce to you is our TV spot. So our first TV spot was launched in 2013, May last year. And we integrated 5 bloggers in the spot. One of them was superstar Style Scrapbook, Andy Torres, who is living in the Netherlands as well. We got such good feedback, and we actually liked it so much to work with bloggers on such a TV campaign that we decided to also do this for our second campaign. So for our second campaign, we decided to work with star blogger Dulce Ida from Spain, actually. And we teamed up with ASOS for the outfits of the spot. So on the slide, you see Dulce Ida wearing the main dress that actually took a central role in the spot. That is from the ASOS collection. In total, we reached 42 million people with the spot in the DACH area, so Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Instead of just talking about the spot, we could also actually watch it so that you get a better understanding of what the spot was about.
Nothing to wear? With the best selection from over 100 online shops, everything at Stylight feels like it's been handpicked just for you. Discover fashion and shoes from all your favorite shops, whenever, wherever. Fashion you love from over 100 shops, now on stylight.com.
So the spot shows for me, first of all, that bloggers are very talented. That when working with bloggers, you should actually think beyond the fact of a blogger wearing an outfit or her posting about her favorite shoe brand. They can be singers, they can be hosts, they can be actors in a TV commercial. It also shows, on the other hand, that influencer campaigns can be very creative, that actually they are limitless. So you could think about a TV commercial, but also video campaigns on YouTube, for example. I would like to sum it all up with 3 advices that I would like to give to you today when working with influencers. First of all, I recommend you to take it serious. This business is way too big to be ignored. So both the budgets that big brands are actually investing in influencer relations, but also the reach that some bloggers have. The Blonde Salad has more reach than Vogue and Elle together. Just a number. So I really recommend you to take it serious, find a dedicated influencer manager, invest some budget and start with it. The second point is think big. So as I already pointed out, the times where you buy a blog post and this is going to get you this miracle reach are over. There's so much noise around. Bloggers are posting about so many different brands that you need to do something creative in order to stand out of the crowd. So think out of your comfort zone. Think about something that might be risky, but could also be a huge success in the end. Last but not least, take a guide. So I believe that this industry is very new and therefore also very complex. So there are so many different bloggers, there are so many different influencers, they have different reaches, they come from different countries. It is very difficult to find out what is right for your brand and for your target audience. It's like being in a foreign city for the first time without a good guidebook. You end up seeing only the most touristic places and eating a mediocre dish for way too much money. Thank you.
So, thank you, Marianne Krij, who actually gave us an overview of the agency's view on that entire topic. So I think we should take it to the other side and see what bloggers have to say themselves and what their views on this topic are.